4:30 in the morning continuation. It's still the 20th of April 2024 to Weaver Genesee, Rosemead, California. It still scares the hell out of me. Recovery, but also being in that state where recovery's not possible and only insanity rules. Talking about somebody else's alcoholic state or denial state. Too many of the stories I've been reading and then seeing it in action. Try to perform your best while you're still drunk and you're still tearing your ass apart. You're still trying to build up that monument, and you're tearing the damn thing apart from the base up. So by the time you get to the apex, the damn thing's ready to collapse on your ass. And then everything else does. I'd seen how families go through that. I've seen how my own family went through that. I damn near went through it. I damn near killed myself. That previous video was talking about trying to identify my own alcoholism, my own form of insanity. I don't remember the damn drinks, but I remember staying the hell away from the damn weed because I couldn't stand that shit. I've also had where doctors had tried to give me medications that screwed around with my damn brain, and I didn't like it. I felt more suicidal and more contemplating of killing myself than anything else. And it changed me into my aspects a great deal. It made me more fearful. I can remember portions of my life where, younger portions of my life where I was a lot more innocent, and maybe at times I reached out for that energy, that bliss. Instead of wanting to be in that place where nothing else mattered. More than serenity. Coming back to earth and crashing down and growing up in this whole damn thing. I don't know how to talk to people about stuff like this. It's bad enough when I try to talk about alcoholism and recovery in meeting halls, but spirituality in this kind of level, different thing altogether. How the hell do they know? It's not that you can die and come back to life and then you understand it. No, I was at a young age, not exposed to anything, not exposed to the preconceptions, the Bible learning, and pushing down dogma in my head. What things are supposed to be. No, you're 4 years old, you're innocent, you're still learning, you're still growing. And then you learn about death the hard way, your own. And then you also learn about loss, the feelings, the moods, everything else that matters the most. It scared the hell out of me. It did. It did. How was I supposed to talk to an alcoholic about what they know about the concept of higher power being spiritually aware? No, I could tell them about the damn bliss. The chemical bliss you get flooded out in your damn pleasure centers in your brain. I could talk about that center, but the problem is, it's that spiritually deep down, that's the one you're chasing. I mean, that's the one that you would really have to chase after, but book learning just doesn't do it. I don't know what would connect a person to that. Seriously. They're alive and they're trying to pray up a storm. They want to get that connection. I know they do. They chase after it. It's the worst than getting a bottle of Jack Daniels or Mary Jane on your lips. Pop the pills in your system. Just to get that stimulation you think you can get to that point. You don't. Unless you're going to kill yourself in the process. Then maybe if there's something less of your mortal body for your spirit to come back to. And that's how even harder to deal with. Because now you got to deal with that crap, don't you? You got to deal with the recovery on that one. And that is a pain in the ass. So how am I supposed to deal with it? How am I supposed to come across that stuff? I don't know. Seeing something about Taylor Swift and her denial about alcoholism, I had to keep asking about am I denying alcoholism or am I denying recovery? Or maybe both. I'm asking myself these kind of questions. I'm asking myself because if I have to be honest with myself, then I have to probe these questions out. I have to keep seriously asking myself, am I an alcoholic or not? Am I still chasing after the chemical high? Because if it is, I'm an alcoholic. If I'm not, then what am I? But if I already had that experience a long time ago, it must have meant I was still chasing after that stuff, right? The first drink will set your brain on fire. The first hit will set your brain on fire. You want more of the damn stuff. The problem is I was the opposite end of this shit. I already knew what true bliss was, but if I happen to get that stuff in my system, I know it scared the hell out of me. Because the problem is, in immortal form, that scares the hell out of me. Doctors give me drugs to help alleviate, relieve my high blood pressure. It's supposed to mellow me out. It'll affect me in a way. That's what they keep saying. I'm saying no. No. See, I already had a combination of one particular drug already in my lifetime that damn near killed me. Put me into a depressive state where I didn't want it anymore. I didn't want to live. It scared the hell out of me so much I didn't trust the doctors after that. I really didn't. Bad enough using me as a damn meat sack or something like that. But slice, dice, poke, prod. Let's make sure this body's still working here. So I had a lifelong hatred against the medical establishment trying to keep me alive. It's like I feel like a damn creature in Dr. Frankenstein's story. But the chase to bliss, I had it and I lost it. And I had a lifelong resentment against it. Because I wanted it so badly. I kept praying for it again. I wanted to be in contact with that again. And there was no way I could. Unless, of course, I was going to be frying out my damn pleasure center, screwing up my damn brain. Scared the hell out of me. I had it when I was a kid. A few times in my life that mattered the most. One time I don't know if it mattered the most, but it was there anyway. Just as a reminder. The energy that you feel from the spiritual realm is nothing like any body, any brain can figure out. And it's that spirituality, it's that level of energy that the body still craves, that the brain is still having a hard time grasping around because there's nothing for the senses to figure out. Where's this energy coming from? But we chase it because of the feelings of it. And we want that feeling on a constant basis. We want that constant spiritual high, so we chase after it one way or another. By drugs, by alcohol, by other means. And sometimes it separates us more and more away from it than we realize. I know. Living in anger and fear all the damn time? Yeah. Because I was getting separated more and more from the damn thing. I feel like there's a gigantic chasm between me and it that I can't cross, I can't jump over, I can't even step over. I know what it feels like. Loss, the emptiness, the separation, the isolation. Oh yeah. The fear factor in it all. Losing people you care about. They go away and you're stuck. I know that better. People talk about recovery. They want the chemical bliss so damn badly or damn they're killing themselves. And I've seen people in front of me killing themselves. Literally. and with the people I cared about the most. If you don't think that fuels up a hell of a lot of anger and resentment, it does. I'd seen how some people actually fight through recovery. My own brother, he fought. At least he died 32 years clean and sober. If anything, he's my hero. He's my hero. He's my inspiration. And so is Ma. She dealt with her own addiction. But she still had to deal with everything else. Pain, physical body, not to mention losing people she cared about left and right. I guess all of it took a toll on her. But she was still my inspiration a bit too. But I've lost people I cared about a great deal. And more. How am I supposed to reconcile? There's no reconciliation. I just deal with it. There's going to be people out there talking about their own alcohol experiences, their own recovery, or pseudo recovery. We're talking about that one. Maybe I'm still on a journey, or maybe I'm still stuck and stupid. I don't know. But at times, I have to come clean with myself. Because if I don't come clean with myself, I don't know how I'm going to be clean with anybody else, let alone my higher power. But then again, my higher power already knew. Because I probably already met him upstairs. And they were still trying to keep me alive. I talk about spiritual awareness, spiritual awakening. Maybe it's for the mortal terms, but for that, beyond that, it's more than what they can handle. It's more than what any body, any brain can handle. Spirit can handle it. Because it's that connection that we need. I don't talk about this often enough. Talk about the mortal coil problems we have here. But it's something about honesty. I don't recall any of the drug interactions if I actually had any. Except for the damn pharmaceutical crap. When it comes out for the booze, I don't remember it. But I do remember times when I'm very angry, very pissed off, and self-destructive. And at one major time, I wanted to kill myself. Because I couldn't stand looking at myself in the mirror. I couldn't stand anything else in life. I was going to kill myself one day. That day of day that got me into the program officially. It was the day I was going to kill myself. And do more collateral damage. They talk about spiritual awakenings. You talk about spiritual aha moments. Talk about the God shocks. Those moments of clarity that kick in. That when you finally realize you really screwed up. A subtle voice barely recognized it. gave me one simple suggestion. I was contemplating killing myself before then. Step into traffic and just let it hit and just not care anymore. I had enough of everything. I was just going to do it. I was feeling I was at the lowest point of my life. Couldn't do anything right. I couldn't do anything right in my life. I was at that point. I was definitely contemplating it. I was going to do it. Get myself psyched up, get in the middle of the street, and get run over. Earlier videos of mine talked about it in the wind files. How I got to that point. How I dread dealing with Ma and Dave. How was I going to face them? Couldn't face myself. Just kill myself and get it over with. I mean, that was the thing, and it was the thought and the feelings that were going through my body. Because I hit a low point, the very lowest point I've ever hit, where I actually wanted to kill myself. And that one small thought. That one hidden gem. Said, call your brother. Actually, I think I said call home. They picked up the phone anyway since I dialed him. And I talked to him. They say, I'm in a car trying, my brother's trying to explain. Actually, trying to get explanations from me, and I couldn't. I really couldn't. I just still wanted to kill myself at that point. While we're driving through the freeway going from the San Fernando Valley to Antelope Valley, I wanted to kill myself. Open the door, go right into the guardrail, smash my face. Go into the freeway, get run over. It didn't matter. I was going to kill myself that day. I get home. I tell Ma and Dave what the hell happened that day. But I didn't tell them how much the urge was there to kill myself. I don't remember telling it to other people that were in the recovery halls about this one. That I really wanted to kill myself that day. I was going to throw away the precious gift that God gave me. I was just going to kill myself and not care anymore. Not care about anything. And I wanted to go home. But if I did what I did, I wouldn't go home. I would feel the anguish. I would feel the extreme anguish of a parent and not of Ma or Dave. And I would probably hear this thundering in my soul for eternity. Why, John? Why? A voice came out from the silence. Kept me from stepping onto a street. And I followed up with it. Got myself to the Mortal Coil home. And then had to go to a meeting and admit everything. The two recovering alcoholics. Everything and anything I remembered at that time. And before that. And gone through a family history. But not all of it. Just, I think, portions and chunks that just came out. They knew. They even knew I was an alcoholic when I came in through the door. They knew I had the damn disease. But they also knew I was a broken man who was going to kill himself. But I was hearing in these two guys. There was hope. There was recovery. There was something. Wasn't quite sure what the hell they were talking about. I'd seen my brother go through the program. He recovered, or recovering from the temptation of alcohol and drugs and stuff like that. It was more than that. There was more to it with him. He knew it. He felt it. And it mattered a great deal to him. It mattered to him a great deal that he couldn't explain. Sometimes I'm elusive to that. Those memories and feelings. Trying to grasp what the hell he was talking about. He valued recovery in life a lot more than the self-destructive, selfish, self-conscious megalomania that he was once part of. I didn't understand it then. I'm still struggling now with it. You lose people in your life that matter the most. You lose a lot of aspects of them. Aspects that you take for granted until they're gone, and then you grasp at smoke and mirrors and shadows and images. But sometimes the wisdom and knowledge is still there inside. It takes certain moments in your life that you don't even realize that it comes up and just knocks on your front door, wanting you to open up the door and invite it in. And then you realize what it was. And then you know more. And it becomes okay. It becomes okay. I'm not chasing death. I'm not chasing life. I'm just not chasing period. I'm just living. I woke up to that fact this morning. I was grateful my dog was still alive one more day. I had an attitude of gratitude. Seems like everything else is falling to pieces, but I still have a lot. I still even had memories. I still had thoughts and feelings, and I still had experiences. I still had stuff to talk about. And maybe my voice is too damn low for everybody else to listen to. I don't care. I don't care. I had to get this stuff off my chest. I'm not looking forward to death. Death is going to come anyway. What I'm looking forward to is reunion. I grieve. I still mourn in this life because this is how it is. I still get triggered and I'll cry and I'll still bawl my head off. But the one thing I won't be chasing, the absolute need to kill myself, I'm not doing that. And I know the feelings of the spirit will come. They'll come. They'll come. Sometimes it's peaceful, and other times it's energetic. I don't need the drugs. I don't need the alcohol. I don't want them. I don't want the damn chemicals. I mean, yeah, to get the body healed a little bit there, and or try to elevate maybe a bit of a blood pressure, but I'm not chasing euphoria. No. Peace of mind, maybe. There'll be people out there talking about their own recovery. They'll talk about their own alcoholic, drug addictive behaviors. They'll talk about whether or not they're going to be drinking or try to stay sober enough for a concert or something. Yeah, I read the story. I read the story about Miss Swift. She has yet to come. She has yet to come to that point. She'll get there. She'll be broken. She'll be battered. She'll be beaten. And then she'll realize Life is better than chasing great dreams and goals. Yeah, that's noble enough. But just living for the moment, better. Yeah, I look at the stuff and I may be like, oh my god, I got crap. No, I don't. I got junk around me. When I got a living dog, just for this moment, still sleeping peacefully, comfortably. I'm worried about her. I'll take care of her. But I'm feeling okay for right now. People will talk about their own issues, whether or not they're going to be coming close to it or not. It's up to them. Excuse me. Ah, junk in the throat. Eventually, it'll be my time. For right now, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm just trying to deal. I'm trying to cope. I'm trying to function. I'm trying to live. No, it's good at trying. I'm just doing. Maybe not someone else's expectations. That's on them, not me. I'm just dealing with what I got. This morning I may be in physically aching pain because feet still hurt. I still got neuropathy in the hands. My knees are killing me. My back's killing me. My neck is killing me sometimes. But inside I'm alright. Inside I'm alright. I've seen the world go hell in a handbasket at this point. They're going nuts. A lot of turmoil and grief they put upon themselves. But for right now, I'm alright. I'm surviving. But I'm living and surviving. And that's all I gotta say.